Have you ever opened TikTok just for 5 minutes and suddenly it's dark outside, your homework's undone, and you've accidentally memorized a dance you didn't mean to learn? Well, that's not an accident. What if I told you that social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Reels, Shorts, are literally designed to hijack your brain's reward system in the same way slot machines do? Yep. The apps you scroll for fun are actually influencing your mood, your attention span, your self-esteem, and even the way your brain processes the world. Let's talk about how. Today, we're breaking down how modern social media affects your mind from a psychological standpoint. Not to scare you, not to tell you, delete your apps and go live in a forest, but to help you understand why certain platforms feel addictive, why you might compare yourself to people you've never met, why your attention span feels shorter, and why your mood shifts based on what you scroll past. Whether you're a teen who grew up on TikTok, a young adult who cycles through Instagram and YouTube Shorts like it's a reflex, or just someone who wants to understand what's going on behind the screen, this video is for you. Let's unpack the psychology powering our digital habits. We're breaking this down into 5 big sections. Why social media feels addictive, the brain chemistry behind scrolling, how short-form content rewires your attention span, the psychology of comparison, perfection, and insecurity, how algorithms shape your beliefs, identity, and sense of reality, the emotional roller coaster effect, mood swings from scrolling. Let's dive in. 1. Why social media feels addictive. The dopamine trap. Let's start with the big one. Dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for anticipation, motivation, and rewards. Social media platforms have mastered triggering dopamine spikes in tiny, rapid bursts. Think about it. New like on Instagram? Dopamine. Funny TikTok video? Dopamine. Comment on your post? Dopamine. That one video that hits your exact sense of humor? Dopamine. That random notification you didn't ask for? Dopamine? Just in case. This turns your phone into a slot machine. You swipe, not knowing what you'll get next. Maybe it's boring, or maybe it's hilarious, or inspiring, or chaos. That unpredictability? It's what psychologists call a variable reward system. And it's the same reward pattern used in casinos. The more unpredictable the reward, the more addictive the behavior. So when you say, "Why do I keep opening TikTok without thinking about it?" your brain is literally chasing its next dopamine hit. 2. How short-form content rewires your attention span. Let's talk TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. These platforms specialize in fast, bite-sized content. Your brain adapts to whatever you feed it most. So if you give it 6 seconds of humor, 10 seconds of a story, 15 seconds of an explanation, swipe, swipe, swipe. Your brain learns. If I'm not entertained instantly, move on. Psychologists call this attentional habituation. Your brain becomes used to high-stimulation content, so slower, quieter tasks, like reading, studying, even watching a movie, start to feel boring. This is why studying feels impossible. Long videos feel too slow. Conversations feel harder to stay focused in. Your brain feels restless even when nothing's wrong. And no, your attention span isn't broken. It's just being trained to expect rapid-fire stimulation. Remember, attention works like a muscle. What you consistently practice becomes your default mode. 3. Comparison, perfection, and the self-esteem problem. Now let's get into the emotional side. Instagram, TikTok, Reels. They create a world where everyone looks perfect, productive, successful, or aesthetic 24/7. Even though you logically know it's filtered, edited, staged, or the highlight reel, your brain doesn't separate online reality from real reality very well. Psychologically, 3 processes happen. A social comparison. You naturally compare yourself to others. Humans have done it forever. But social media exposes you to the prettiest people, the fittest bodies, the richest lifestyles, the funniest creators, the most talented teens, the most aesthetic bedrooms, the perfectly lit morning routines. And you compare all of that to your real life, which is messy, unedited, and imperfect. B. Ideal self versus real self conflict. When you see perfect versions of people nonstop, your brain creates an ideal self, the version of you that you wish you could be. But the gap between your real self and your ideal self, that gap breeds insecurity. Psychologists call this self-discrepancy. C. Emotional contagion. Emotions spread online like wildfire. If you constantly see people living your dream life, people achieving more than you, people getting more attention, your brain might interpret that as you're behind, even if you're not. This is why many people feel less confident, less attractive, less successful, less productive after scrolling. It's not the content itself, it's the non-stop comparison. 4. How algorithms shape your beliefs and identity. This one's big. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube don't just show you random things. They show you reflected back at you through an endless loop of content. If you watch one fitness video, you'll start seeing fitness content. Anxiety video, you'll start seeing mental health content. Political video, you'll enter a political bubble. Dating advice video. Suddenly you're getting relationship hot takes all day. This creates what's known as a psychological echo chamber. The algorithm figures out your fears, your insecurities, your interests, your opinions, your behaviors, your desires, based on what you watch and how long you watch it. And once it identifies your patterns, it feeds you more of the same content, reinforcing your beliefs. This can affect your identity in several ways. A confirmation bias. You're shown things that confirm what you already believe, which makes those beliefs stronger. B. Identity looping. You start forming your self-image based on the content you consume. For example, if you watch self-help videos all day, you start thinking of yourself as someone who needs fixing. If you watch relationship red flag videos, you may start distrusting people. If you watch hustle culture, you may feel guilty for resting. If you watch doom-scrolling content, your worldview becomes more negative. Your identity becomes influenced, sometimes heavily, by what the algorithm thinks you want to see. 5. The emotional roller coaster of scrolling. Here's something most people never think about. Scrolling is an emotional wild ride. In 30 seconds, you might experience laughter, annoyance, excitement, anger, jealousy, fear, curiosity, validation, shame, confusion. Your brain wasn't built for emotional speed running. When your emotions swing too fast, too frequently, you start to experience emotional fatigue, mood instability, increased stress, numbness, irritability. Ever feel randomly off after scrolling for a long time? That's why. Your brain can only process so much emotional change before it starts to feel overwhelmed. So, what do we do about all this? Here's the good news. Social media isn't bad. It's a tool. The key is awareness and balance. Here are a few psychology-backed habits that actually help. 1. Use your For You page intentionally. If you interact with content that benefits you, the algorithm shifts in your favor. 2. Don't start your day with TikTok or Instagram. Your morning mood sets your emotional baseline. Letting apps control it affects your whole day. 3. Try single-task scrolling. Don't scroll while doing 5 other things. It trains your brain to stay present. 4. Follow creators who make you feel inspired, not insecure. Your feed equals your mental environment. 5. Take micro breaks. Even 15 minutes away resets your attention system. You don't need to delete social media. You just need to use it with intention instead of autopilot. Social media is powerful. It can make you laugh, teach you something new, inspire you, connect you. But it can also drain you, distract you, and shape your mind in ways you don't even notice. Understanding the psychology behind it gives you control. It helps you notice the patterns, catch yourself when you're spiraling, and use these platforms in a way that works for you, not against you. Remember, your attention is valuable. Your emotions matter, and your mind is constantly learning from what you feed it. So choose wisely. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Drop a comment below telling me which part surprised you the most. And don't forget to subscribe for more psychology-based breakdowns just like this one. Your mind is your greatest tool. Let's understand it together.